Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading Multi-Character Executioner by me. So let's get into it. Arlecchino. Arlecchino would be very overprotective. It's not because she doesn't trust you or anything of that sort. She knows you can hold your own and that you're strong and everything, but she also knows the dangers of this world more than anyone. And that's why she seeks to protect you from it. She never wants to see you hurting or in danger. So, it is only natural that she will want to protect you. Is that not true? It certainly made a lot of sense to her, and that's why she sought to do her best to shield and shelter you from the dangers of this world. And that's why today she was rather protective of you. Arlie, could you please just let go? I'm sure a meeting with all of Fatui is not going to be dangerous for me. I mean, you're here. They wouldn't dare even look at me when you're nearby. I know, darling. I know that very well. But I can't help myself but want to hold you, and it's a way to tell them to lay off what's not theirs. I promise, it's a lot more effective than them having to find out that you're my partner. Besides, I don't think that I'm throwing you to a pack of wolves. They would not do anything. You are my plus one. You may consider it me showing off. I promise, you have got nothing to worry about at all. But most importantly, I would rather you busy yourself with something more worthwhile, like your food, for example. Do you want to leave it uneaten? No, I mean, you made it. I would never leave your food uneaten. Good job, sweetheart. I always knew you were a good listener. A good job shall be rewarded. Do you think you deserve that? You nod innocently, blushing, as she cups your face in her hands and kisses you sweetly. Now, once we are done, there is a lot more left that I can reward you with, but we're rather short on time, so let's get going. Xiao. Now, Xiao was not really overprotective. He was a normal amount of protective, or so he thought. He just didn't know what would be normal, to be honest. He has never been with someone before, so no wonder he had no idea what would be considered normal. He just wanted to be a good partner for you, and a little bit of protectiveness here and there. It was nothing negative, nothing to be upset with, hopefully. At least that's what he told himself, and he hoped sincerely that you felt the same. That's why, when he wrapped his arms around you and was turning a little bit, you knew that something was up. What's wrong, Xiao? Nothing. What's wrong? I can tell that something's wrong. Look at you and that frown on your face. Well, I was thinking that maybe you shouldn't go out alone tonight. Could I please accompany you? Xiao, we talked about this. Please, Oyan. I have an odd feeling about today. I really don't feel like it will be a good idea. Please, listen to me, if only for just tonight. He had that sense that something was going to go horribly wrong, and he couldn't risk it. You were his entire world. If something happened to you, he would never forgive himself. And after a little bit of looking into his eyes, and the way he was pleading with you just could not resist him. All right, as you say, you can come along, and hopefully you will just find out that everything was perfectly fine. And as it turns out, nothing was fine at all. Something horribly wrong happened on the way, and it turns out that his instincts were quite right. So even though you doubted him at first, He was just so glad that he went there with you, and that he had that gut feeling. And you learned not to doubt Xiao again. You were certainly going to ask him to go with you, and if he feels like it, then you are going to listen to him. Perhaps it came with age. You would never know. Neuvillette. Neuvillette was not really the most protective person, but he would do his best to protect you to the best of his abilities. Perhaps, though, something you did not see coming was him regaining his sovereignty, and maybe being a dragon in a human's body was not really the best thing in the world, because he had no frame of reference to understand why he was suddenly more protective of you, like a dragon wanting to protect his treasure. He had no idea why he was feeling such an intense urge to hover over you, to want to be with you every moment that he was available, but it was something that he was unable to resist and unable to contend against. Maybe it was his inner self, his inner desire to do this, but how could he explain this in a way that was acceptable? He certainly had no idea, and he did not want to seem controlling. You had your own things to do, and he could not prevent you from doing them. It felt utterly rude and inconsiderate. And also, he never wanted to be a bother for you. But, as his partner, of course you would sense his own emotions, and you would know that something, despite you being clueless as to what it could be, but there was something certainly troubling him, and you had to find out what it was. Neuvillette? Neuvillette, please talk to me, you said to him, wrapping your arms around him gently. Wyon, is everything all right? That's what I'm about to ask you. You look rather bothered, darling. I'm sure the party's not all that important. If you want, I could stay home today. I'm not really that bothered to go. I don't want to keep you from going, Wyon. Please, you may go. I'm only just worried about you. I don't know what you're worried about, to be honest, but I'm trying my best to understand. Let me guess. Is it something about you and your whole dragon thing? I've read a little bit about dragons, and I don't know the extent of accuracy of it, but maybe it could be that. He blushed brightly, looking away and nodding, and although he expected you to tease him, you just hugged him tightly and kissed his cheek. All right, I understand. I'm not upset with you. I just really want to understand you, Neuvillette. Please don't be shy. If you ever feel something like that again, you can always tell me and we can talk about it. Now, as for the party, you can come with me, or I will stay home, whatever makes you happy. And we'll see what we can do about you. You say with a chuckle, and although he's blushing, he's smiling happily. His distress and his own worries suddenly gone. He just knew the best way to deal with things all the time, and he was grateful for it.